Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back on the Xbox One version of SpinTires MudRunner with the brand new update that just released today, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Now, you can see the menu does look a little bit different. They've updated a few things at the menu screen, but if you go into Choose Trucks, you go down here, you see it's sorted by DLC, The Valley, and you see you have the A969, the C6317, and the E7429. Now, those two are locked, but fortunately, we'll be able to find them in the map itself, but we also, our starting trucks are the A969 and the E7429. So, this is going to be a brand new start, although I am considering doing this on hardcore. I want to start it up on casual first, and I might do a hardcore series later on down the line, but once I get through this on normal. But this is my very first time seeing this map. This is my very first time looking at it on the Xbox One version of the game, and I must say it does actually look really, really good. It looks really cool. It's actually super wide open space. Now, the map itself is so huge. It's so big. It's such an insanely huge map that, like, I don't even know where to begin with it, but the other vehicle, the E7429, is absolutely ginormous. Like, look at this setup. It's just ridiculous. Now, how does it sound? Oh, damn. Dude, when you lock the diff, the diffs, that is all four axles. Oh. God, in automatic mode, it's only a 3-speed. Like, that is it. That's 100% it. That's all it gives you. Is a 3-speed. But, I mean, at the end of the day, though, I mean, you're driving something that really doesn't need any more than 3 gears. I mean, it's got so much freaking torque that it will just pull and pull and pull and pull and pull. So, we're going to switch back to the A, is it 696 or 969? It's 969. So, we're going to go ahead and start exploring the valley itself, because I want to find the, like, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to get the, I almost said cloaking points, but the watch points, there's the word. I want to get the watch points out of the way, and then once the watch points are out of the way, we'll be able to find the garage. Now, let me just see real quick. Recover in garage, but I was going to say, yeah. So, watch point, log station, garage. So, the garage is up there with a K700. Now, this road goes, so you can go through there if you want, but it'd be risky. It'd be really risky, actually. And then from here, what we're gonna have to do from here is probably just, see, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the fuel station and head up around this area. And I know we're using 0 liters a minute, which is actually, like, that makes this thing have incredible range on fuel. But it is just tiny, though. It is an absolutely tiny vehicle. Now, let's go ahead and, okay, yeah, no fuel add-ons. I wanted to just make sure that there were no add-ons that were already in this thing. Now, I do need to be careful of the fact that they have said that this is not good in mud. And so far, it's doing better than I expected, but I think that they mean, when they say mud, they mean deep mud. So, I'll have to keep that in mind. But let's see. What we really need to know is what's here, here, and here. And the reason being, because I want to know what is the better way to get to the garage. And I'm thinking for some reason it's going to be up towards this side of the map. You're going to want to kind of, you know, set off and then sort of make a left. And the reason why I say that might be the better idea is because something about going through that swamp doesn't seem to sit right with me. It seems like it would be a really bad idea and a really bad course of action. Seems like the much less patient way to do things. If I'm completely honest on that one, it seems like but by far actually the more impatient way to do things. So we all know how being impatient in MudRunner ends. So we're gonna go ahead and take the slightly more balanced approach and go through some of the areas that we may not have explored yet. Now, the only thing is, there may be something crazy out here that we haven't seen yet that we don't know is even here. It might just be something, you know, ridiculous and crazy. But currently, we're heading straight for the watch point, so if we just keep going straight, we should end up exactly where we need to be. Now, I do like the idea that they've gone for with this map. It's weird. It seems so far like it's a balance between a forest and a swamp. And if you can get that combination right, you have a really cool map on your hands. Like, really, really cool. There's the watch point that I've been looking for. So we'll get that out of the way, and then we'll get the one to its right out of the way as well. And once we get those out of the way, we should have a pretty good idea of where we want to go in terms of the map. Now, is it just going to push that tree out of the way, or is it eventually going to drive over it? It's eventually going to drive over it. Okay. So let's go ahead and get over through here and unlock this watch point real quick. Navigation map revealed. So we've got a log station over here, which will be used for all of our deliveries and stuff like that. This looks like a swampy river that's not that deep, but I bet you would grind to a halt in that mud. Like, I bet you that mud is nasty. So we're gonna swap over to this E7429, start it up, and head out for some of the other areas that haven't been unlocked yet. Now, oh, all-wheel drive. There we go. I was like, why the heck is one axle spinning a lot more than the others? Will it go into high from... No, it will not go into high from first gear. That is a big deal, because if you set off in first, you have to wait for it to get into, like, second gear before you even think about going into high, which makes me think high is either the equivalent of third or even higher of a... Or, well, I should say... even higher of a range than third gear. So let's make a quick stop at this fuel station just to see. Oh yes, fill up, fill up, fill up. Yes, thank you. That trailer is absolutely amazing, by the way. It's like such a badass trailer. Let's see, which way do we want to go? Okay, we want to go to the right and get back on the main road that we just got off of. So if we stay on that main road and just carry on, we should come into contact with the... Oh, let's see if we can go for high now. Wow, even from second gear it stalled out. That seems pretty crazy. Like, if it's stalling out in high from second... Oh, it might not now. No, it does. God, how fast is this thing going in high? It must go pretty freaking fast for it to be stalling out in second. Let's see, which way is going to be the... I'm going to say straight ahead, so that's third. So it even started bogging down when I shifted to high from third. It must not be able to use high gear with a trailer. It must be one of those trucks where if it's pulling a trailer, you're not having high gear. What is low 3 like? Low 3 is like second or third. Low 3 is like being locked in second, I would say. Which, by the way, is plenty okay for me, considering how heavy this truck is, number one. And two, considering how unpredictable the automatic gearbox is. Especially on a map I don't know. I don't want to get stuck just because the automatic gearbox bogged down and I wasn't able to do anything about it. So I would much rather have it in low 3 than have it in, like, you know, like, automatic and be concerned about when it's going to bog down. But let's see. So, God, this thing rolls coal like a beast, too. So we're going to want to lean left here, I want to say. And if we lean left, we should be able to stay where we can kind of manage everything. So let's say we want to go left right about here and stay alongside that swampy river, because that swampy river looks like a place where you would go to have your day ended. And ended on a bit of a bad note, because that would not be fun. That would not be fun to experience at all. Although, you know, there's kind of a hill, sort of a mountain right there. I wonder if we could drive through that. I'm not going to try it, but I legitimately wonder if we could drive through that, because I want to. Like, damn, I want to really bad, just because I think that there's... I think this could do it. Like, from everything that I've seen it do so far, it looks like it could do it, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was able to do it. And it looks like we're going to have to anyway because the road ends. All right. Well, the road picks back up over on the other side, but let's see. And where's the watch? Okay, the watch point is like straight ahead with a little bit of a tick to the right. Oh, man. Oh, this is going to be interesting. One way or another, this is going to be fun. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that, oh, wow, like, it doesn't even come up halfway, it doesn't even come halfway up the tires. That's legit. And I was also okay doing it here because there's so many trees and then fallen trees and stuff that you can use as a winch adapter or a winch point that I don't really have any concerns about doing it there. If it was in a much riskier spot where there was nothing but mud for like hundreds of feet, then that would be a little different. I might have a little bit more of a reservation about that. But right there is really the ultimately the risk involved with driving the truck across the river there was pretty dang low. Come on, put your power down. Dude, this thing's such a beast. Oh my god. Definitely the most powerful 8x8 I've ever used. I mean, and it is a monster. Whoa, whoa, hold on. I'm trying to see. Oh, there's like, god, the wheels go in really, really far. Are those like, is that a dually or a triple wheel? It can't be a triple wheel. There's no way. There's no way that trailer's a triple wheel. It's gotta be a dually. It's gotta be. Although, so we're nearby. I am recalling this little guy to go out into the woods and grab that watch point because this is you know, and they say they market it as the kind of the premier scout vehicle, right? Like the best little scout vehicle. And so far, it's fulfilling that role quite well. I mean, it's not bad, especially compared to the other option, which is a UAZ. Now, this versus a standard UAZ, I do have to say the standard UAZ feels a little bit beefier and a little bit stronger. And my god, the tires on this thing are tiny. I mean, they are just absolutely tiny. So I wouldn't take this thing, you know... Oh, it's back towards the right. I wouldn't take this thing through any kind of deep mud, or I wouldn't try to do any rock crawling with it. But, like, the little bit of stuff that you can do with it, it actually does really well and scrambles up over things. I wouldn't say it crawls or it, you know, it doesn't crawl through the woods. It doesn't, like, bounce through the woods. It doesn't, like, drive through the woods. It scrambles. And I feel like that's the best way, best way that you could ever describe this little guy. I mean, it's such a great little vehicle. Kind of walk our way through here real quick. Oh, God. Are you, all right, let's go up and if we can go up and over. I was like, God. Oh, we're like even with it. We need to just go to the right. There it is. There it is. And then once we unlock that, we'll know exactly where we need to go in the big truck. Because from, like, once we unlock this, figuring out where we need to go in the big truck will not be hard at all. Going to get right over here. And, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, boy. And boom. Okay, so that means that... Oh, crap. That means we went the long way around. And we can go through the block post. I mean, honestly, I would say it's probably worth turning this big dude around. Because it's going to take us longer to go the direction that this thing was pointing already than it will to turn it around. And I'm not even joking about that. Like, it would take longer to keep going straight than it would to just turn this thing around and go the other way. And plus, if you're, you know, even mildly confident with backing up a trailer, you can turn this truck around. I mean, it's got four-wheel steer up front, and it's actually a lot more maneuverable than you might think for a freaking huge 8x8. Although I think it's funny looking because they took a massive 8x8 bumper, massive 8x8 frame, and just, like, slapped a cab over cab on it, and they were just like, we'll call it good. I mean, it's like, it looks like a very thrown-together vehicle, but I don't mean thrown together from a game development standpoint. I mean thrown together from, like, the standpoint of the idea from which this truck was created. We're going to let it be locked in low 3 for this. Now, this ground out here seems to be fairly stable. And again, there's a lot of fallen trees, too. So, using those fallen trees Using those fallen trees as winch points will be a handy technique if we so happen to need to use them. But so far, I mean, using them has not seemed to have been necessary. Let's go ahead and get right through, and we'll go... Is this where we want to go? Seems pretty similar to what I saw on the map. And we are freaking correct. I mean, like, we're, like, right on the... Like, we were right on with that one. Go ahead and carry on right up the hill, and in doing so, oh god, I was like, oh god, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go, come on, not bad, oh, not bad. I was kind of concerned the trailer was going to get caught on one of those trees, but, I mean, to be honest, man, like, it just rolls right over him. Got a little body of water to cross, but it doesn't seem like it'll be too difficult. I mean, like, really the whole objective with this first episode was to get the garage unlocked. And if we can get the garage unlocked, I mean, that in itself would just put us in a really, really, really good place for this being episode 1 of a brand new map Let's Play series. Because, I mean, some of the map Let's Plays that I did on the console version of MudRunner, like, especially the hardcore mode ones, hardcore mode for one is very, very difficult, but secondly, it's like, it's very involved because, I mean, you gotta think, you have to think every decision through like 3 times over, and if you don't, you're gonna end up in a world of not so brilliant circumstances. So we'll stick with I think even applying some of those things to our non-hardcore mode playthroughs, because if we do that, we should end up in a much better place than we did before. Let's see if it'll go into high on this flat ground. It will not. See if it'll go into high from third, because I know it'll go into third on this flat ground, like this flat surface. I know it'll go into third. Come on, give me third. Give me third. There's third. Now stay in third. I'm going to try and wind third out and then shift into high. And I'll see if it can do it. I'll actually see if I can do it going downhill. Oh, God. All right, low 3. I'm not even going to screw with that. I do not want this truck to bog down. I'm going to say going around the mud hole is going to be the better option. I do not want to get stuck. And I know this thing is immensely capable, but I'm still going to go around the mud hole because, number 1, it's a mud hole, and number 2, it's like... It's MudRunner, and I haven't experienced this map before at all. And I think the more I play this map, the more willing I will be to go into new area. Wow, I just like freaking knocked that tree out, dude. But no, the more I play this map, the more willing I'll be to go and try slightly more risky routes. But I think for the process of exploring the map and then especially unlocking the first garage, it's very important, very, very, very important that we kind of stick to a main course that isn't gonna put us in some kind of crazy position. Now, the garage should be coming up because there's the block. Yeah, there's the block post, but we don't have any lumber, so we're fine to pass that. All right. Oh God, this turn's gonna be a little tight. I'm gonna have to run it wide. I waited quite a bit to turn. I mean, I was thinking about American Truck Simulator, to be honest. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go. Oh, I see how the trailer wheels are. It's not like a triple wheel. It's just like really, really, really wide. It's like a really wide dually, which is strange to me, but I was like, I'm not sure why it would be that wide as a dually, but oh, we're so close. So close. Which way is it? Let me verify. It looks like it would be best to go straight and then turn left. Because if we go straight and then turn left, we'll have like, and it also looks quite tight in there. So yeah, let's go straight, make a left, and that should put us in a great place to pull in and then unload our garage points. And speaking of that, once the garage is unlocked, that makes this map a whole lot more open Because think about it, I mean, we're not in hard, and that's the other reason why I didn't want to do it on hardcore mode on my first ever playthrough, because for my first ever playthrough, I wanted to really have the freedom to be able to rescue back to the garage in case we found an area that was, like, super nutty and was like, oh, we should not have come in here in the first place. Now, there is a strategically placed power pole right there, so we're going to have to make this turn mildly wide to not grab that power pole. We may take out your yard, and, well, no, your pumpkins are safe. Your fence isn't, but your pumpkins are. All right, so there's our K700, and there is our garage. Sweet. Dude, I'm actually really enjoying this map so far. It's kind of a mixture of a swamp, a woods, and, like, a few other things. Like, they really, I think, did a good job being properly creative, and we haven't even really seen half the map yet. Let's pull it a little bit further. I want to get the trailer up the hill and then actually into this garage space before I unload anything. All right, so everything is in here. Unload our garage points. Garage unlocked. Boom! And now we can go through the customization of this truck. So we can do fuel cistern, garage semi-trailer, garage trailer, log carriage, medium log trailer, which actually is quite an interesting looking attachment. Let's see how that looks. So that looks pretty good. Then repair kit, which is already installed. Short log trailer, trailer hitch, which is obviously what we use to pull the semi-trailers, and then a utility trailer. Now, it may not have quite as many add-ons as you may have been expecting, but to be honest, like, I don't think it needs a ton, because still, it is an absolutely badass rescue truck. So, if you guys enjoyed this first episode of the Valley DLC in SpinTires MudRunner on Xbox One, don't forget to leave me a like, tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.